Hey, the show wasn't designed for kids, so if your kids are watching, that's on you. You're gonna hear a couple F-bombs, possibly. Welcome to another episode of Nerd Out!
Nerd Out!
That was delayed. I have a lot to go through.
Yeah.
We have about an hour.
This? Yeah, let's do it, man.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start at the War for Cybertron, which is probably the newest thing, or do you want to? Let's just go for it. Why it's fresh in the mind? So Transformers released the War for Cybertron, part of the Siege trilogy. It came out Friday on Netflix, and it's like the first Transformer cartoon we've gotten since the Siege one or whatever, the Power of the Primes. That was garbage. I don't even remember it.
I didn't even watch that. I watched a little bit of it, and I couldn't do it. But this new one, I didn't like it as much as I should like it.
Okay.
But it seemed pretty decent. Like, they put some thought into it, and it just was a little boring. They did a lot of talking.
They did a lot of
talking, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like...
Too talky?
Too talky. A little bit too talky.
My thought of it in the short, and we'll expand it, is that it'll sell some toys. Like, after I watched it, I was like, oh, I kind of want to play with toys.
Already been like,
right.
So they've been out for a year.
So I already had them. But like, if the purpose of these cartoons originally are to sell action figures, which is what they were for, I think it did its job.
What do you mean in the 80s or now?
No, even now though. Like, because I mean, isn't that ultimately the point? It was not a deep thinker, and I don't think it
looked like animated toys.
It definitely.
I sort of liked that, and sort of didn't.
Prime's backpack was
huge, and then who's the? I forgot what her.
Not the lady one.
The other one that looks like Cup.
The teal. I don't remember what the character's name was, but okay.
I thought she had a huge.
Really? I'll have to check that out.
Oh my god. Her packs was huge. I got a big old backpack.
Her pack was huge.
Her pack was huge.
Yeah, I kind of liked how the animation was like the toys, because it actually can help the toy collectors chill out if they're like, oh, it doesn't match this animation perfectly. And I know a lot of collectors are like that. I'm not always that way. It matched it perfectly. It looked pretty cool to me, but at the same time, it totally looked like a bunch of dudes were playing with their action figures and like doing stop-start animation.
Now, what about did you? It bothered me how some of them had mouths and others had plates.
Oh, really?
I like the plates. I don't like the mouths.
I didn't even think about it. I actually really liked the face designs. Megatron had some full lips going on.
I liked Megatron a lot.
Okay.
They fleshed out... Now, that is one thing I did like. They fleshed out a lot of Megatron.
Yes.
Like, a lot of the IDW, went back to him, being... They talked about the gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a gladiator, and he promised freedom to his people. Like, I sort of liked that, because that was, I think that was an IDW plot in his origin. Like, he actually, still bad guy, but sympathetic. Like, he actually sort of wanted to do the right thing and went too far.
Okay. By the way, there might be some spoilers if you haven't watched it. It's 6 episodes. But okay, so is this basically a retelling? Is this supposed to take place before they go to Earth, or is it sort of like? I mean, clearly it takes place before they go to Earth, but is it supposed to fit in with this arc, or have we accepted the fact that Transformers mythology is all over the place?
Well, I don't...
Like, there's no Bible to it.
It seemed like Bayformers. It seemed like it justified Bayformers with the Allspark. Like, I don't know if that was a Bayformer thing, or if that came before. But I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But it's sort of led right into before the movie,
No, it made sense. It made sense.
Right in before Bumblebee.
It was very talky.
Yeah.
And at times, kind of boring. I thought it was pretty to look at. And I'll be honest with you, I know a lot of people were complaining about the new Optimus Prime voice. I didn't have a problem with it.
It was fine.
I did too.
I thought another voice I liked was Megs.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
I really, really, really liked Megatron, because they at least gave you about 5 minutes of doubt that he was actually trying to do what was best for Cybertron.
Yeah, I know.
What he thought. Like, he wasn't just, I am evil.
That was my biggest complaint, is that when I finished watching it, I don't feel like I understood at all what the struggle was for what the Decepticons' goal was. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're a bunch of machines that consume energon. Like, what can you really argue about?
right, but what is the difference in ideology between Optimus Prime and Megatron? Like, clearly they don't agree on something, and at one time they were soldiers and friends, but like, what is
and Megatron seems like he's pushing freedom, to be honest.
Oh, like, I don't gather that at all. How's that?
Like, because they talked about in the past where, like, where you didn't care about us poor people or something. There was that, like almost the Decepticons, or what became the Decepticons, were like not free.
Well, they were definitely trying to create like look, they're just different,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think it was clear that
not freedom, but I think it was like, it almost seemed like.
Well, I mean, it couldn't be freedom because Megatron is essentially a dictator, so that wouldn't work out. But like, I didn't really understand what the. I mean,
you're right, that doesn't work out, but they still hinted at it.
Yeah, they hinted that there was a different point of view. It's just that I didn't understand what each of their ideology was at all. Like, I mean, what was... If you could simplify it, if you could simplify it, because obviously it's probably complicated, what makes an Autobot an Autobot, and what makes a Decepticon a Decepticon? And I could be ignorant. I'm not super hardcore into the cartoon.
I wonder if they've ever taken it that far, aside from good guys and bad guys.
Well, that's the thing.
Because it seemed like a caste system.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seemed like Megatron, it was like it was a caste system. Like, there was obviously some dudes on top and some dudes on the bottom.
Right, for sure.
And the guys on the bottom were the fucking whatever became the Decepticons for whatever reason.
Right. So the Optimus Prime voice didn't bother me, and again, I know it. Peter Cullen, look, he's done a great job. He created the character.
He's old,
but that's the problem. Is like I noticed from the last movie, he sounded really old.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's okay for them to switch it up a little bit.
I agree.
I get it. Like, there was something more passionate about Peter Cullen's voice. Like, he was better. I mean, he was better. But this new one, it didn't take me out of the story.
Me neither. He sounded fine.
Yeah.
I'm not super attached.
I'm not either.
I needed him in the Bayformers movies because you needed something to sort of help tie it together.
Yeah, that was important because you needed that feeling of like, give me something, that I know, that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, but this is the aesthetic that all the G1ers want. So it's sort of like you got that going for it, and I don't think anybody... I don't know. Do you think a lot of people do care about the voice?
I do. I think people are really hung up on that, and that's fine. I get it. Like, I guess it would be like... I'm trying to think of like a comparison of like the voice. There's no doubt that Peter Cullen made Optimus Prime. But with that said, he is old, and like, in order to go forward with that character, they do need to establish a new
voice.
Yeah. And I think this guy, like, clearly, I don't know his name. I'm sorry. It wasn't Peter Cullen, but I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it took me out of the show.
Me neither. And the whole thing is, it was intentional. I mean, if they wanted somebody to sound like Peter Cullen, it wouldn't be that hard to do.
Well,
I think that would be a hard voice to match.
I do. I think you would have to have a real gruff voice. I actually think that that's what they were trying to do with this.
Match him?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he sounded similar, but
there were moments where I completely thought it was Peter Cullen, and then there were parts where I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like him. So I don't know. Look, being his first job, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was fine. That was the least of my concerns about it.
What did you think about Bumblebee? I actually liked the fact that Bumblebee talked again. And I thought
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
I was just so used to it. Yeah, I didn't even think about
not talking.
Yeah, that was sweet. I liked that he started off factionless.
Yeah.
It's like sort of right in the not in the middle, but in the middle.
They made him a little less what's the word, like derpy than the G1 version or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like G1 Bumblebee.
I don't either.
Like Bayformers overdoes it, but I still like that more than G1.
And I don't feel like they made him too much like Hot Rod's character.
Yeah. It's just in it.
Yeah. It was a very dark tone, which I did like. I think it was like I watched it with my son, and I think that he felt it was too dark too.
Really? Wait, when you say that, what do you mean? He wasn't into it?
No, I think he was into it. It was just like Cybertron was almost like this, it was like a destroyed apocalyptic world. And I liked it. I thought they captured it well. I like what they did with Jetfire. Like, that was fun.
Yeah.
I think that, I'll be honest with you, out of all the characters that had any development, it was probably Jetfire and Mirage, maybe.
Jetfire, Mirage.
And I liked Alita 1 for some reason.
Yeah, I thought she was cool. I liked Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually sort of cool. like he just didn't think they had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was sort of like it had some. It went a little deeper, I think, than like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, I think it tried. Like it was like they tried. I think I could when I finished watching it, I wanted more, which is good. I didn't feel like my mind was blown. I didn't feel like I was insulted either, which is important. Like I did not feel like I was being insulted.
Yeah.
I think the one before that was more of like insulting. It did make me kind of want the action figures, even though I theoretically have them all or whatever in one form or another. Like I actually went to Walmart and saw the new Netflix package ones where there are actually more dirt on them.
Oh god.
And I kind of liked them.
Much.
Yeah, I liked it. I was actually like, oh, you know what? Now I kind of like.
So they're out again. They've repackaged everything.
Yes, and
like if I see Skylinks, man, I'm gonna.
Skylinks is out.
I know. If I see it, oh my gosh.
I wish. Yeah. I wish they would have thrown in a couple characters that the figures haven't come out yet. You know what I mean? So you could be like, oh, that guy's cool. I can't wait. Yeah. And that was the problem. It's like the show is almost like a year behind.
Yeah.
I wish there was a couple characters, even if they've thrown in that you hadn't seen before and it made you want the action figures. I did like how they put like all the what's the camera's guy's name? Where they made
I forgot. Perceptor? No, he's not Perceptor.
No.
It's
I can't remember or whatever.
Reflector.
Yeah. I liked how there's all those soldiers. They made it look kind of cool. I liked how there was like a lot of background characters. It was fun. I think they could have played with that a little bit more.
Yeah, I liked how overpowered the Autobots were.
Yeah.
They were just outclassed, nope, there's not a lot of them.
Right. Wasn't that always the case? Like, I always felt like, again, G1, I watched it, but
I just never really saw it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Except for Optimus always got his ass kicked by Megatron. I mean, I always thought so. Yeah, I would say nothing insulted me. I was entertained by it, and I would like to see more. But I don't feel that this added. I guess it added a little new life to Transformers.
It added what we already. It just showed us what we already knew sort of happened. It was like the prequel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what they're doing these days.
Well,
for the last 20 years.
Yeah,
I guess
there was no hate, but I wasn't like, oh, this is a new chapter, Transformers. I'm super excited, but it was entertaining and. It didn't overstay its welcome. I think it was too talky. Like I actually put it in again.
Okay.
Because I was just like playing around and I was like, oh, I'll put it in again.
Yeah,
and it was really hard the second time.
And I liked it. I was just.
Yeah. It
was like a nagging girlfriend or something. It had nagging. It nagged in a couple parts.
It did. It felt like they could have sped it up a little bit. Maybe, and I'm not saying take out the dialogue, but it was talky.
But that's sort of a good thing about it because maybe the next season won't be. We'll get more episodes and less so much talking. I mean, I think it might have been payoff. All that talking might have been something that a lot of the diehards wanted to see.
Do you feel that it developed anything for the next chapter though? Like maybe Jetfire a little bit, but like
Jetfire.
I don't know that it really set anything up like for a payoff.
Well, what did the end of it mean? Incoming ship. Unidentified ship. Who was that?
So that was the Decepticon ship that's going to destroy the Ark, and then the Ark's going to crash to Earth. That was my thought.
Okay, didn't the Ark... I thought the Ark just crashed. I thought it went into space. They went into hypersleep. And then it crashed sort of like an alien type. I didn't...
No, I think there was a battle.
Okay, so there's a battle.
Yeah,
there's a battle.
So we get a battle, but I don't think that they can do a 6-episode battle. Actually, that could be
kind
of cool. Or
that's how it could start.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2-episode battle.
But
then they got to be frozen for 1,000,000 years?
Right. And then...
They could change that.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, like, they leave that alone, but, like, maybe they can retell Transformers in another way, because it's like, there really isn't anything they could do that would stick with the canon. And it's kind of boring. Like, I want to see something new.
I sort of like No Humans.
I
didn't even think about that till now, but I found that very rewarding. No Humans.
I need no humans in Transformers. None. Like, I never had any
Or
interest.
do it right. Like, Bumblebee, she worked perfect, I thought.
Yeah, no, I do.
She was cool.
But it just, look, I mean, no one tunes in for Transformers because they want to see Spike. Like, they want to see robots battling. And that's what I want to see. Like
robots battle and transform.
Yeah, and that was another thing I noticed.
Yeah, it cut away a lot. You didn't see it. I noticed that too.
Yeah, they didn't transform off it, and then it was like even
budget.
when it was budget, and I get it, but it was kind of disappointing because it was like it actually made me think for a few minutes, like, what is the actual purpose of transformation? They don't do it.
Yeah, they don't do it at all.
Yeah.
And it would like literally show them in one mode and cut to the other. Like, what? And you hear it. And
yeah.
It didn't show it.
It was definitely budget.
It was like off screen. I'm like, oh, and it's cheap bastard. But it sort of worked.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it. I did.
I caught it.
I guess I did. I did, but I didn't catch it in until like the 4th or 5th episode.
Okay. And I did find that it seemed like a lot of characters died or didn't die that I thought died, and I was like trying to piece it all together, and that little threw me off a little bit.
Magnus is dead, right? Whatever that crazy thing that he shot out of his body.
Yeah,
that was weird.
I thought that was kind of corny
the Alpha Trion,
like, it was like
prerogative, or
it was an opportunity to keep Optimus Prime, but make Bumblebee a bigger deal than Bumblebee is, and again, like.
Bumblebee's got to be a bigger deal than Bumblebee is. That's just the way they do it, man.
I don't feel any need for Bumblebee. I know.
Love Bumblebee. You can't.
Well, Bumblebee's he's like a core character now, and I just don't have. I actually thought
I'm with you. I'd rather see Hot Rod. I'd rather see like a character that wasn't sort of cheesy in G1.
What a great opportunity this would have been for them to create a new character, because every once in a while. Hasbro or whoever creates a new character that sort of sticks around. Like, I liked Lockdown in the animated, like he was kind of cool. And then they tried to do Hot Shot in the Cybertron trilogy. He didn't really do much for me, but you've got to create something new. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my old stuff.
But yeah, it's sort of like if you're limited to everything that you've only seen before, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're going to get bored quicker, you know?
I want to see new characters. I want to. I mean, I don't know.
They could push a whole new aesthetic if they wanted.
Yeah.
Like they could have done a lot. I mean, but that's like saying, well, if you only had another 100 million, you could make that way better too.
That's true. But they could have thrown in a new character, and you know.
Do you think they tried to make it to see if they could get kids into it, or because we're gonna watch it,
right?
So get us to watch it. You get Adam buying those toys. Is that what they're thinking?
I think so.
You'll watch it, and Adam will buy the toys. Adam's going to want the toys.
I think so, although I do think so because, again, like, after I finished watching, I was like, if I was a kid, I'd totally want to go out and get a couple toys.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not a kid, and I still want to.
Yeah, I think so, too. A lot of the jets were cool. Jetfire... He moved cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of jets.
Yep.
A lot of
jets. And I gotta be honest, I like that Seeker mold more now.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like, oh wow, it really does look like that. So that worked.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? I think people are gonna go back and want that Seeker mode mold now. But yeah, overall, look, I guess like a 6.5 is what I would give it. Like, I liked it. I wasn't excited about it, but I wasn't upset about it. I have some complaints, but if you watch it as like this is a Transformers cartoon for kids and their parents to enjoy. Oh, I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think it's one of the best.
Well, what are you comparing it to?
Well, I think Beast Wars was the best. Story-wise, it was way better.
Okay, then what?
I liked animated.
Yeah,
so
animated
Beast Wars
was good, but I like this more than animated.
Really? Did you watch animated?
Not all of them, but I did. I watched a pretty decent amount.
Animated made me really care about the characters, and it made me want to see more characters.
It was good. It was a long time. It had Michael Ironside in it.
And didn't you say you really like Transformers Prime?
I liked Prime. Mm-hmm. I thought this was better than Prime.
Really?
Yeah, I thought so.
I really.
Well, yeah.
I never
go back and watch them. I never go back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't get into Primes. And
you hated that. But you saw one episode and you couldn't handle the way it looked.
Yeah, that was it. Good. I should go back.
But that's fine. I mean,
I should go back.
Hate it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to watch a cartoon that you hate the way it looks, I mean, that's
I'm trying to think of maybe you're right.
Yeah, but Prime was just like an uncheesified Bayformer, sort of. It's like they made it less nuts, but it was like, I don't know.
I've been told by a lot of people that you got to get past that first season in order to like Prime, and I respect that because I feel Clone Wars was the same way. I think Beast Wars is the same way. That first season was tough to get through. But once they got to the second season, I was like all in.
I need to give Beast Wars a shot. I really need to do that.
Again, you got to get past that first season.
Can I just skip the first season?
No, you can't. But I bet you online you can find a episode guide,
like a recap.
Yeah, because I think that's the way to go. I think it's like 60 episodes for the first season or something. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being ridiculous.
Gosh.
It feels like a lot of episodes. So yeah, there's a few other things we got to talk about. One of the big things is the whole G.I. Joe Target exclusive fiasco. Are you familiar with that?
A little bit. Refresh me.
I'm losing my mind, guys. So Target announced an assortment. This is sort of old news of a Target exclusive assortment of G.I. Joes. Beachhead, Cobra Trooper, a Baroness with bike, and a new Roadblock, which, whatever. And they went online and grabbed my laptop, grabbed my, my cup of coffee, 9 in the morning.
Oh, you were ready. You were on it. You were ready.
I was ready.
So it sold out.
Sold out in like 7 seconds.
Oh God! Welcome to Macross.
But apparently, the whole thing is that I don't understand the stuff you do. You're more computer savvy. But I guess bots are the big thing. Like companies are people are getting bots, and they're just buying them all. And so it's technology because they're looking to resell it.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. I really don't. But I mean, that's the same shit you get with
tennis shoes, sneakers.
Yeah,
is a big
it's
thing.
it's a huge thing. I didn't know about the bots that they're using bots.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that they have the ability to how.
Well, you would think that Walmart had the same
they
problem.
would stop it and make you be a human to buy it.
Yeah, it's a simple solution. NECA had the same issue with their Ninja Turtle stuff. It was honestly, I think it's really and legitimately so angered the toy community. It sucks because we just want to buy our stuff.
You don't want to hoard it. You don't want to buy 10 of them. No, just enough for you or maybe brother shop. But still,
I own a shop and I don't even want to hoard them for my shop. I
maybe
just want to
one
get
or
them
two because they look cool.
Because they look
shop,
cool. I just want to get them for me and my friends. To be honest with you, because I just want to play with them. But it's become a total pain in the arse. And the even more interesting thing is that Target has released them in the stores, and they're store dated for August 14th.
Yeah.
But they're already hitting. So the release date is the 14th, and then they bumped it up. I guess Target sent out a thing hey, good news, we're gonna let these go August 1st. And
shit!
Yeah, they're hitting stores, and I don't think they hit Michigan yet, but I'm freaking out, man.
What talking about? I watched somebody. Yeah, that just sucks, man. Will they sell out in stores? Do you think?
The good news is I think that they're packing each character to a pack assortment. So you go to the store, you're gonna find 6 Beachheads. The Cobra Troopers are gonna be tough to get because people are gonna army build them.
Yep.
But
Baroness looks sweet.
That
cool. Baroness looks sweet.
That bike did nothing for me though. If they would have painted it black, it would have been fine.
Yeah, what's up with a red
bike?
I don't know. That's silly.
I really love the Cobra Trooper, and I really love that Beachhead. The green guns is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just paint it black.
Well, who has the green guns?
Beachhead. But they're no.
I didn't see his guns.
Okay, take a look at them. They're on the verge of they're on the verge of fluorescent green. But
yeah, that's no good.
But even then, my rule is I already don't care for the guns, but paint them black or maybe even a gray is fine.
Yeah, but we'll paint it like a real gun. You know what I mean?
Like a black or gray is
black,
fine.
gray, even desert tan. Paint it the color that a real gun.
Yeah.
Paint like a real army gun.
I'm okay with the fact that they're not detailing the guns.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I get it. If people are sensitive about it,
right.
But to make it fluorescent and look stupid, stupid. I don't like that at all.
But I am hunting down these figures hardcore, and I'm getting anxious about it for the first time. Not the first time, that's ridiculous. But I'm truly I know I'm gonna find them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait.
Well, it's sort of exciting.
It is.
This is like back in high school. Hunting.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, hunting. You're right. It has been hunting. And the thing is I went to Target on Saturday morning, and I went up to the guy and I go, "Excuse me, I have a DPCI number. Can you look it up?" And he just looks at me and he goes, "G.I. Joes." And I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
No.
He's like, yeah, dude, I already had 2 guys in this morning. And I got there early. So everyone's hunting for these. I'm actually like begging people to pick them up for me if they find them. Like I'm like resorting to like asking people.
How did they sell out online? That's crazy. Like,
it was bots. It was totally bots. And it's like, I don't understand. Like if I'm gonna resell something to make a profit, which, you know, I have done with the shop, like, is that really the route I'm gonna go?
No, that's terrible.
I don't know. Like, I guess maybe there's an opportunity for it, but like, I don't know. I think it's kind of a dick move.
I
don't know, man.
I agree.
There's got to be something better than action figures to, I guess.
So they like auction sniper it, more or less?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
but
pretty.
It sucked. It was so infuriating. I can't even express how pissed off I got when I logged on in 10 seconds. Like, I didn't even get one in my cart. Like, it was like I pushed a button, sold out. It was ridiculous. It was like, I'll be honest with you, like, it is the subject matter in the nerd community. That's number one subject.
That's terrible. I mean, that's how Macross is. The Bondi
Is
stuff.
it bots, though, that are doing that? Or is it just, like, we're competing with a...
I don't know, but literally 10 seconds. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
It's frustrating.
Like, I've tried it, stayed up, waited. I was on the Instagram. Everybody's telling me when to do it.
Yeah.
I go, HL's sold out. Before you can even... Well, the whole thing is, you'll refresh the page, trying to buy it, and it'll lock. And then by the time it's sold out.
It is so frustrating.
So frustrating.
I 100% believe that companies should do the window time frame where you have like
one per customer for 2 hours.
Yeah, like
a couple hours.
You can order as many as you want. We'll make to order. You got like a day to order them or whatever, and then we'll ship them out. And NECA did that with their Razar and Toka figure, and I think it works out great. The only problem is that when they do that, we've got to wait like 3 months before they hit us. But I'm okay with that. I am
too, as long as you get it.
That's right.
I mean, even if Bandai did that and said you got to pay for it up front,
yeah,
I'd do it.
Yeah,
every damn Macross end would happily do it. They'd probably buy 2.
Because we're toy collectors because we want the stuff. We're not toy collectors
to
because
sell it or just...
we think we're going to retire on it. So it's like, give us a window of opportunity to do that. And again, hopefully this is a learning experience for Hasbro and NECA and all the companies, because I don't think it's NECA's fault that this happened, because I don't think NECA wants this to happen. It's just that when they sign a deal with like Walmart, it's in Walmart's hands, and I understand that. Like, I totally understand that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I could pick on Walmart because I hate that place. Like, I went in there yesterday looking for those new Masters of the Universe, and after 4 minutes of being, not even 4 minutes, whatever, I walked through the door and it was just like, I got to get the hell out of here.
I need thicker gloves.
I know. I felt
better, man.
I felt like I caught COVID just by being in there, and I feel like I should wear like a toxic suit or something. It's just so gross all the time. But anyways, I'll get off that rant. Speaking of Macross real quick, did you see that Most Piata Breaker?
Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is, but that bike looks sort of cool.
Do you think so?
I don't like it as much as the old ones, but I like it.
Yeah, I want to know more.
Yeah.
So apparently some pictures showed up of a new Most Piata show called Most Piata Breaker. That's all we know is they showed a picture.
And everybody's back. It looks like gosh, I can't remember. Give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But the designer from the original one is back.
It looked similar to the original. It was fine. I just don't, I just thought it was worth mentioning.
I cannot believe I can't recall his name. Oh.
I don't remember his name.
It'll come to me once I'm off screen.
Another conversation I think we have to have is the Wai Jing conversation. They got busted.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
You play with the big dog, you get big.
Look.
Hasbro's gonna get you.
Yeah, I liked Wei Zhang's. Wei Zhang is a knockoff company in China, and they got busted. I liked the stuff that they did because they took an existing item and they made it better, more complex. But it's wrong. It's illegal.
It's wrong.
It is.
Yeah.
So what happens to them? Like, ultimately, they seize everything and then they destroy it and then they go to jail. These guys.
I don't know if they go to jail.
You don't think they go to jail?
I don't know.
Man, I think
they're gonna get.
they go to prison.
They're gonna get bubbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was counterfeiting toys.
But they're on a big level. Like they were multi.
Yeah, I mean they were a legit size company. Like they had employees.
They had
payroll.
Yes. Man.
I mean, here they go to federal prison, but I don't know what prison.
I don't know what happens in China.
Countries.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they're as nice as us.
Do you think that? I don't think so either. But I don't think we're very nice. But do you think that they have a chance of negotiating out of prison? Like, because money talks, and especially if there's no like laws.
Fork it over to Hasbro. Here you go.
Not to Hasbro, to the Chinese government, maybe.
I don't know how shady they
I don't know how it works. But I thought that was crazy. I still don't think it's going to stop the whole knockoff.
Oh God, no,
industry.
No way. Let's make them move faster.
And do you think it affects third party whatsoever? Because third party, they're stealing intellectual IP, but they're not stealing the molds.
They're not stealing the molds, and like they could just say there's so many ways around it. Like if they ever went to court, it's not the same name.
Right.
It's a different name.
Right. There's got to be like certain. I don't
know
know though.
work.
If you look at some of those like third-party Optimus Primes, it's Optimus Prime. I bet they could get busted.
It's Truckmaster.
Yeah,
it's Truckmaster.
But I mean, I don't know how that works. I bet you they could get busted. I wonder if it affects the third party.
I'm sure they could get cease and assist.
Yeah.
Cease and assist. I don't know if they could.
You think they can first tell them they got to stop, and then if they don't, then
which
they
I'd be fine with.
Yeah.
If third party just came up with its own stuff, that'd be sweet. Think about how cool a toy lines you could have.
I think it'd be awesome, but the thing is it wouldn't sell. Because the people who are buying this third-party stuff isn't buying stuff because they want cool robots. They're buying stuff because they want to see their G1 action figures the way that they want them to be. So I don't think they could survive. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I wish they would sneak in their own designs every here and there.
That would be cool.
Just like try it, see what happens.
I would love it. I would love. Yeah, I mean some of these third-party companies' engineering is as good, if not better, than the big dogs. So it's like, what if they just made their own robot line?
I'd buy it.
I think I would too.
If I were, I'd probably buy it.
I'm trying to think though. There was that one like company that did those motorcycles, those like Ultimate Bastards.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
But that was like Kickstarter. I don't know. I think they sold out of it.
But they haven't come out with another product, have they?
No.
What were they called?
Unrustable
Bastard. Yeah. I 100% wish that companies would do their own designs, but I don't think the community will buy into it. Definitely not on the same level, like then making like Scream Star. Like speaking of Scream Star, another masterpiece. We're a little old, we'll be behind. Masterpiece, new Star Scream announced.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think I have no use for it.
Nobody has any use for it. I mean, it's like the third one they're trying, and the Fans Toys one is pretty good.
Is that the Meteor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if like that one sort of looks perfect, you know.
I'll be honest with you, I still like the Masterpiece one, but
which one?
I like the first one the best,
yeah,
but I get the second one is probably the better compromise because I do understand that people want their.
I just don't have a need for another. I mean, no, there isn't a need. The mold is fine. Like,
not only is there not a need, but if you buy one, are you then committed to buy at least
5
6
more?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
And not only that, but I guarantee that thing is going to retail for no less than $260.
I was gonna say
$3.
I'm gonna say $3.
Yeah, so it's like, I'll be honest, like I'm so far gone from Masterpiece. Like it was like, oh boy, how exciting! Like I don't even know if I'm excited to just see it.
They would have to blow my mind for me to get it. You know.
But how would they blow your mind? Like we've seen so many versions of Starscream. What can they show you that would magically spark something from you? Like
I don't know.
Not gonna happen. I did get these sweet Snap ships. Have you seen these?
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, dude. So Snap ships.
They're heavy.
They're nice. They're showing up at Target, and they're like built to battle Snap ships. They're made by Play Monster, and they're like
nice,
Diaclone meets Lego meets I don't know. Yeah, there's little figures in the cockpit.
Nice.
They're really fun. I haven't opened this one yet.
Pretty cool, man.
They are pretty cool, and they're actually a really good value.
So this is a bunch of parts. This all pulls apart.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And they look really good. Like the package. Let me open one real quick just so you can see what it looks like.
Oh, this is nice. Sturdy, solid. Y'all bet you could make some crazy stuff out of these. Like once you start putting more.
Oh yeah, you combine the ships, you can get some cool stuff, and it's really cool because like look, these tops of the packages are the stands.
That's sweet.
They're cheap. They're between $10 and like $20, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are these available?
I've seen them at Target.
Okay.
They're awesome, but look at like I think you might appreciate the package.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
Nice.
Isn't that sweet? Like I like the presentation.
How many pieces is this? That's a lot of pieces, man.
This is one of the deluxe ones.
Okay, so
this is the bigger one. But how many pieces is this one?
This feels like a lot of pieces.
It feels good, man.
They're cool looking ships.
Yeah,
they're not like
they are.
cheesy, terrible ships. It's actually they look like angular and cool.
Yeah, they're totally the kind of ship that I love, like that sort of like 80s starship look.
Yeah.
And the bad guys, I like the good guys better, but I think the bad guys have a good aesthetic. And I love they come with little pilots, man. That's such an important thing.
Yeah, cockpits are huge.
Yeah, they're a little smaller than Diaclone, but cockpits are huge.
It's you could use this with Diaclone.
Oh, where did the pilot go?
He wasn't in there.
Oh, I think I might have left him at home.
Yeah, he wasn't in there.
Wait, I gotta show you the pilot. Oh, there's one. They're tiny, but like the fact that they made them, they're kind of like a Micro Machine action fleet.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah, you can see it right there. I like them.
That's really cool.
This
would keep you busy for hours, man.
I'm not kidding. Like I'll be honest with you, the time involved in even the small one was far greater than I thought they would be. I thought it was gonna be like, bam, 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 done. All right, goes on a shelf. But like they're fun. In addition to this, like. I'm a bit of a purist.
All right.
I think I would have no problem once I like building a big giant ship, like mixing them up. Like even the purist in me is like, screw it. I want to create a ship.
Make something huge.
I've already seen people on like Instagram creating some pretty sweet ships.
That's awesome.
I suggest
you can't mix good guy and bad guy.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
that's right out.
You're probably right. I think I prefer the gray good guys,
too.
but I still think they're cool. I highly suggest that if you're like at Target getting Pop Tarts or whatever you gotta get.
How did you know I eat Pop Tarts?
What flavor Pop Tart do you go? Cherry? Cinnamon.
Cinnamon's
sugar.
good too.
Yeah, for a while I got hooked to Pop Tarts and I was doing the caramel ones and then the peanut butter. Yeah. But like I decided that I'm probably gonna give myself diabetes if I keep eating that. I mean, I don't think the cinnamon sugar is any less sugary, but oh man. And if you're gonna do Pop Tarts, they've got to be the frosted ones, right?
Well, oh my God, yeah. They shouldn't even make them without frost.
Do you remember if you'd like go to your friend's house and they'd have Pop Tarts and not have the frosted ones? It'd be like, dude, what is wrong?
Thinking?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anything you get?
I've just been buying book after book after book. You know what? Next episode, I'm gonna bring a box.
I wish you would.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a box over. You guys tell us if you want to see that.
I don't care if they want to see it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Like, we'll do it.
I want to see you got a first appearance of Luke Cage.
I did.
That's a big
time book. I just
picked
that up. Got a pretty decent deal on it, finally.
Right.
Yeah, I have been buying the shit out of comics.
Do you get a new comic every day in the mail?
Close.
Okay.
Well, do you mean new? New to me.
New to you.
I try to, sometimes I like to get 4 a week.
Okay.
And I try and, line them up so I get one, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That's actually the perfect thing to, come home from your shit day at work.
Yep.
And look in the mail and get your book. And maybe not know which one it is. So it's like, oh, which one did I get? And, obviously, if you're going to get a first appearance of Luke Cage, it takes precedent than, I don't know, X-Men 222 or something. Yep. Which is still fine. But, yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, part of it, too, is if I get a book that has, wavy pages and stuff, now I can fix it.
Yeah.
And it's sort of I wouldn't get that. I can buy more books that I'd frown on before because I'd be scared to get them.
Are you completely comfortable with the press? Is what it's called, the press?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Mm-hmm. I think so, but I haven't put my Hulk 181 in it. So I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
What's the best book you put in it? Did you put a book that's like oh shit, I don't know if I should do this book.
Wait, one what?
Did you put a book in it that you were
my Tomb of Dracula 10, which is the first Blade.
Oh, wow.
That was a lot of money.
Did it improve it?
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, it was just like, it's just scary. I mean...
Yeah. I've got a bunch of books I want to send to CGC. Like,
okay.
And I don't, it's not like I'm looking for, like, I just want to, I want to go
see what they go for and grade at. Yeah.
I've got a few figures I want to send to AFA too. It's just like, I don't know why I get so lazy to go on the computer and type it in. And I'm also scared to send it in the mail to them.
The figures?
Yeah, figures or comics. Like, same thing with CGC. Like, we got to fly here. Like, when you send it in the mail, doesn't that make you freaked out?
Hell yeah, it does.
Okay.
That's like why I don't send my own stuff to CGC. I just send Darren's stuff.
Right.
Because that's what he wants me to do.
Right.
I'm not much, like, I like to buy stuff that's graded and like, crack it.
Oh, you do?
Like, every now and then. Yeah, because a lot of times it'll save you money to buy it graded.
Really? What's the best book you cracked?
Probably that Werewolf by Night 32.
Oh, you cracked it?
Oh, God, yeah. Nice. Cracked that. I cracked a Tomb of Dracula 1.
Is it just to put it in your specific...
Yes.
Yeah. Bag and board?
Yeah. Bag and board it. Because I like to... I don't read it, but I like to be able to touch it and like.
And you want everything to look the way that.
Everything has to be in the same bag, same size. Yeah, it's like you got to do it right. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and maybe that's why CGC attracts a lot of people.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so because it's uniform and like people get all nuts. They want all the same grade.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's like wow.
If can you have what's the other grading system? CGC and
CBCS.
Okay.
They're getting better.
Are they the same size as a CGC thing?
Like roughly,
okay.
But no, you can't stack them.
Really?
No, I can't stack them.
That's a bad move on whoever is the number 2.
The whole thing is not. Yeah, that's a bad move. Mm-hmm. That is a bad move.
Can I tell you something else I got hooked to, dude?
Oh,
I got hooked to the Acid Rains.
I know. I wanted to
check them out, dude. So Big Bad Toy Store had a couple up there, like on sale, like clearance, and I was like, you know what, this is the time. I'm gonna do it. I've avoided it because I know that I know that it's a rabbit hole. I ordered 3 of them, and I got them in, and then I ordered 4 more.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and I've got 3 of them on pre-order. This is the one I think to check out. I don't know why. I think it's because he's got that metal chain. And then
this is sweet.
I know.
These are cool.
I know, but they're so expensive.
Are you gonna like get vehicles?
Well, I have the motorcycle. Yeah. There's a new motorcycle on order.
These are nice.
I know
these are nice figures.
They really are. They're really durable too. Like I haven't had any braking issues. I like the space, and they're fun to like. The packaging, they're classy. Like there's something they're classy. Like when you get
let me see the packaging.
Yeah, when you get something in this like little like foam.
That's the packaging?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, that's like obnoxious good.
It kind of makes me feel like it's special.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying? Good artwork.
This isn't like Ashley Wood, is it?
No. But it's got.
It's not even close.
No.
I love it.
I just think it's like when I opened it for the first time, I felt like I was getting something special.
Yeah, this is really cool. That's special, man. I mean, this is Now, how much is expensive?
All right, that's the problem. All right.
40?
Yeah, let's say 40 for the figure. And the problem is there's a lot of figures that I went into like one of those. Paul, he hooked me up with like a acid rain chat group or Facebook group.
Sweet.
And I started like looking and talking to people about like the prices of some of the older, and I'm just talking about the figures. I'm not even talking about the mechs and stuff. And like the one figure I wanted was like his name is Bob. He's like the gray bearded old man.
All right.
And like a good deal on him was $90.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to.
I like the materials.
I do too. I like
the materials a lot.
I do too. I think I gotta back off though.
Well, you could get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, because I'm a completist. I love this like material. This like.
I like that. Yeah, that's really cool.
I've accepted the fact that I'm not gonna be a completist, but I can't go backwards and collect
unbuy them.
Yeah, I can't
unbuy them.
No, right. Yeah. I guess the question is like, how far do I keep them before I realize that I just can't build up a collection?
You could pick a starting point. like I'm sort of a completist with comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I buy X-Men, but I'm not gonna buy X-Men 1. I started at 94.
But when
you X-Men,
right? But once you get all those, then you can go back.
Maybe. And I mean, I don't know. Like, it would take me a while to get all the new X-Men.
Right.
But
the good thing about that though is like when you buy like X-Men 95 or 96, you're getting X-Men 95, 96 done. But with something like this, there's like paint variants and stuff like that, and it gets messy.
So you feel like you have to buy multiple versions of the same toy.
And I don't know if I want to go down that whole. I'm a very like one, and done guy. Like I'm not an army builder. I just want to get one of every one. And to be honest with you, like this is a very like vehicle and playset oriented line, and I kind of just want to get the figures. But that's ridiculous, right?
Not really.
No.
I mean,
but doesn't it seem like I just love 1/18 scale figures. That's my scale. 3 3/4 inch. Okay. Like that's my scale, man. I just like
this
that
is
scale.
Sweet. But how big is this next to a Joe? This looks bigger, doesn't it? Or not?
Well, true 1/18 scale is a little taller than a classic GI Joe. They're like closer to 4 inch.
All right.
But like 1/18 scale is usually closer to 4 inch. But like this is
sweet.
Look, I got K2SO, like the new one. That's really cool too. But you could put like I like this scale.
Don't fall.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he's got these like. I love them though. I just don't know. Like I got hooked to those Dark Source Max 2, and it's like I just don't know if I want to start new toy lines.
Is this Hasbro?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got the Probe Droid too, and like it's a Probe Droid, but it's cool.
That's not a Probe Droid.
I mean, nah, you're right. Gonk Droid, Power Droid.
This comes by itself.
Yeah.
Is it like how much is this?
Like $12. But I don't mind because here's the thing: you win some, you lose some. I'd rather them make that, and me every once in a while have to buy a figure that probably doesn't feel like a $12 figure in order to get the ones that.
I give them credit.
Me too.
They're not going to change the price.
I absolutely love the fact that they're making these kind of characters.
Yeah.
But the vintage collection, it's great. Like I'm excited about it. It's just that. Star Wars, man, it's a never-ending rabbit hole.
What did you think about the Empire Strikes Back vintage line?
The
what?
6-inch ones?
No, just the Target ones.
I didn't. The Empire Strikes Back vintage line.
Is it not? Come on, reproductions of the what's that line called?
Oh, the 3 3/4 inch ones.
Yeah. What is that line called?
Are you talking about the 6-inch ones or the
the little 3 3/4 remakes of like
where they do the digital scan?
No, just the rehashes of the original figures.
Oh, the Walmart ones.
The Walmart ones. Yeah.
I mean, they're fine, but
the Walmart. I thought
the retro collection.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Retro collection.
They're fine. It's just that they're nowhere to be found, and that's really for a carded collector. I mean,
so you're not in on that.
Not really. Like, if they would throw in new characters, like if they made like
how sweet would that be?
Yeah, that's just really what
instead
they
of a Luke in it with its helmet, with its visor.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty weak.
There's so many characters that they could do in a vintage style that would be so interesting.
People would freak out.
They would freak out.
Like a Rebel Fleet Trooper, people would flip out.
Dude, it's endless. Like, I mean, just Empire Strikes Back. I mean, Return of the Jedi alone. Like, I can think of so many subsidiary characters that that I would want to see in like a vintage style. I got this in today. The new.
That's really cool. I was eyeing that.
Yeah, I literally got it in an hour ago.
Sweet. How do you love this thing?
I mean, I like it.
It feels really nice.
Yeah.
Heavy as hell.
Yeah. I didn't even get a chance to play with it yet.
Sweet.
But I mean, I think Diaclone just makes the perfect toy. You pay for it. But I mean, I think that's reused parts, which is expected.
All right.
It's just that like. I don't know, you pay for it. And it's just, it's one of those things where I love this line so much. It's just, I don't know where I'll buy them as long as I can afford to buy them.
I hear you.
But they continue to make like the highest quality products. It's just, if they're not making, like this one, I like this got the Psykill vibe.
All right.
And I love that. Actually, this might be
It
one of my...
does have a sidekill vibe.
Totally.
Yeah, sort of sweet. Yeah.
I love it. Also, I got a... Did you watch that Todd McFarlane documentary on Sci-Fi Channel?
Was it new?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, got the new Spawn. It was entertaining.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that.
There's one thing I can say about Todd McFarlane is whether I agree with all his decision making, I think he's got balls, and I respect that.
Oh my God, yeah, he's yeah, I like him a lot.
I do too. I don't always.
He's a great business owner.
Yeah, I don't always agree with his business decisions or personal decisions or whatever, but ultimately, like, I will respect him because he does what he wants to do. That's a good Spawn figure. I just don't know. It's got some sharp spikes.
Wow.
Spawn,
it's got articulation.
Yeah, it's really articulated, which is one thing that McFarlane doesn't seem to generally understand from the... I think the current action figure market demands articulation, and he doesn't seem to get that. That's an interesting misunderstanding with him.
Sort of sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's
That's
just
sweet.
I don't know how many Spawn figures I could possibly need. I think I'm a one and done. I did the Kickstarter, and so I guess I'm two and done.
Fair enough.
Did you watch Relic?
Not yet. Did you?
I did.
Was it good?
It was good.
Okay.
I
Was it like boring good or flat out like good? Like, did it scare you during it, or is it like you have to get to the end and you're like, oh, was like it was that.
So we're talking about it's not the Relic, it's just
Relic.
It was scary in the sense that it was tense, and I didn't know what was going to happen, so it made me anxious that I was going to be scared.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a jump scare type movie. There wasn't a lot of that, and all said and done, I don't know if I fully understand what happened.
Well, that can be a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good movie, though. I highly it was like an hour 45 minutes.
Okay.
You should thank you for getting it. You should 100% watch the Relic. It wasn't like... It was scary, but it wasn't like jump scare. It was more like... And there was some... the most scary part about it is there's some very claustrophobic stuff in it.
Okay.
You know what there was? There was stuff in it, like... You ever have a dream that was so... It was not a scary monster dream, but like just like the dream where you're in a house that you can't get out of type feeling. It was that.
Like a situational scare.
Yeah. It was like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. So I guess we got to wrap it up. One other thing I do want to talk about, we're a little late on it, and I know you got to go, is that clearly times are different now, but we had the San Diego Comic-Con at home thing. Did you pay attention to any of it?
A little bit. It was pretty like... I heard it all secondhand, most of it. Like,
okay, so you didn't go online and check out any of it?
No.
I mean, look, it was a tough situation.
That's what I heard.
I think Super 7 did a really good job of making a fun video and fun reveals. But yeah, I mean, it's tough.
I heard it was really weak.
Like, yeah, it was tough. Yeah. You know, it was the thing is it wasn't focused. Like every company did their own thing the way that they wanted to do. It didn't feel like I've only went to San Diego one time, but like just comparing it to like the couch armchair San Diego fan, it didn't feel the same way because it all wasn't really going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like you were going online to see.
I heard the videos were like really weak for these people that are trying to like create a presentation for their company. I heard that just the big review channels were better and more professionally put together. And I was like, yeah, I don't need that.
You know what I found is the San Diego reviewers or whatever, it felt like they were taking people like who are professional interviewers, so to speak. Yeah. Like maybe, okay, let's say it's pretty people. Yeah. And having them ask knowledgeable. Yeah, they weren't. It was like
sort of what they hinted.
Yeah, I watched this one, and it was like she was a cute girl or whatever, and she was interviewing and like, oh, that's exciting, that's great, and I was like, you knew that she didn't know shit.
Yeah, it's like you can tell by what they get excited about that they have no idea what it is they're interviewing this person about.
No
reading
idea.
a script.
Yeah, no idea. I felt like there was nothing going on. But you know, this is challenging time, and we all just have to like deal with that, and hopefully we have.
I guess you say it's a challenging time, but you and I could have come up with something better.
I don't know. In what sense?
Let's just say Hasbro or whoever got someone like you and I, then like give us a presentation. Yes. We could do it way better than what they.
You know why? Because we're passionate.
Yeah. But they're just the whole pretty person thing in the toy industry has to go.
Yeah, it doesn't do any.
Like that's not what people are thinking about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I can read through that bullshit, you know? I mean, you know when someone is interested in something, and you know what? I don't need my I don't need my interviewer to always know about something, but because
they at least know enough to ask some good questions.
Yeah, just not even know, but care. Yeah. Genuinely seem like I'm not a movie critic, but I care about movies, and I would, you know, I could drum up some passion.
You could ask questions that people would care about,
right?
Because just
ask questions that people would care about because I care.
Yep.
You know, and that's really the key. But again, like, I think they probably had a lot on their plate. It was, you know, you got to give people a little bit of room to trial and error. But I just wanted to know your thoughts on it.
I don't have like my own original thoughts, unfortunately. Any thoughts I told you would be secondhand. So,
do you have anything else? I mean, we're probably not going to get movies for a while. I think Dune is still scheduled for December.
What's the new one that's coming out? It's coming.
Tenet? No, Tenet's not coming out in the U.S.
There's another one coming out like in August, late August. I forgot what it is.
I've watched everything possible, like that I would care to watch. Like I need new content.
I hate using that word content. To get turned back on. I need the country back on. I just want things to go back to normal.
We all do.
I just hope they do because I never thought I'd miss the theaters, but I miss the theater. I want to go see a movie.
Look, the thing to take from all this is to appreciate those things that you never took the time to appreciate.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate being able to look at someone in the face when I talk to them and read their expressions and smile. And when you don't have that, you are able to appreciate those little things.
Isolated, you know? Yeah. You don't really know what people are thinking or saying. It's weird.
It is weird. I'm starting to learn to read eyes better, but regardless, you know, I don't want it to be the new normal. I want things to get better, but I think we got a while to go. Let's just do what we can to all get along and work together and action figures.
Comic books. Yeah.
So you're gonna bring some comic books for sure next time.
I'll bring some books next time.
All right. Well, you gotta go to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Nerd out. A couple S-bombs.